Good day, everyone. Oliver here for Stranger's Care. Bad habits are kinda strange, right? I mean, you do something that you know is not good for you, and when you try not to do it, it's kinda rough to do. So, if you're a person who has a bad habit and try to get rid of it, you came to the right place. I have a bulletproof plan just for you. It will make that bad habit go away in no time. Maybe you think I'm exaggerating, but what if I'm not? You're curious now? I stalled enough now. So, how does this thing actually work? First up, think about why you want to change that habit. I'm serious, write it down. Only then it's 100% clear why you actually want to change things. Maybe you want to quit smoking because it's kinda out, to be honest. Or maybe you struggle with brushing your teeth regularly because they are actually fine. Or maybe you want to lose weight because you kinda got overweight and you're almost at the edge of diabetes. Got it? Good. Make it clear now in your mind why you want to quit that habit. Just keep that image for a minute. When we talk about bad habits, a lot of people assume that it's just them. But in fact, it's actually just an artificial part of you. Why exactly you crave those things is secondary right now. Important here is that you see that every time you have the urge to smoke, masturbate for the 5th time today, or eat a whole cake, there is a part in you that whispering to you. I repeat this because this is very important in the process here. Every time you have the urge to go on doing your bad habit, there's one part of you that whispering to you to do that. Okay, let us give them an image and put them into the light so we all can see them, shall we? Now, take your habit and think about the possible outcome that could happen to you if you go after your bad habit. For some bad habits, death could be a thing, but you shouldn't take this. Instead of that, taking the moment you are about to die. I will go over some examples now to make this more clear. Visualize them vividly. So close your eyes because actually your imagination is 100 times better for this than any image or video I could put up. Okay, you ready now? Let's go. Lying in the bed in hospital, you're hearing the machines that here to keep you alive. You have cancer. You can barely breathe, you're just laying there. Now imagine yourself being in that room and see this person in this bed. Every time you have the urge to smoke, envision the following. The sick person looks at you with a cigarette in hand, but he said, "You want to smoke? Oh, come on. One cigarette is fine." Another story. You're coming back from the dentist, where the dentist had to rip you out another teeth. They are all rotten inside. At home, you look into a mirror with a sad smile and you see your 6 missing teeth. Now, this person looks at you through the mirror. He talks in an unsure tone. "It's okay, you don't have to brush your teeth. They are fine, right?" Okay, bear with me. One last story. Over years, you got the habit of eating a lot of junk food. It felt really good and you couldn't really stop eating, so you got more and more obese. At some point it got so bad that you needed help to walk and you started to have health issues because of it. Your doctor says that you have diabetes type 2 and that you really have to look out what you eat and how much. But you didn't really listen because eating felt just too good. Diabetes and your poor eating habits caused a lot of nerve damage in your left leg. This is the reason you're laying here right now in the hospital. Again, you're standing in that exact room and seeing what this bad habit has done to this person. If you want to go a step further and make it more clear, you can add specific attributes to those images, like a pig face for a very obese person, for example. Now imagine this 500-pound person laying in this bed offers you another round of donuts and soda. How would you feel and what would you say? Of course, those were only examples, but this is how you create an image of your bad habits. Or should I say, about the thing in you that wants you to go after those bad habits, which is not you. If you have this image once and you're disgusted by it, keep that image. Envision this vividly. And every time you come into the situation where you have to urge to follow a bad habit, you envision this image. If this is not working in the beginning, the image is not bad enough. It should actually freak you out a little bit. But don't get me wrong, this is not to make you suffer or something. This technique is just here to create a clear line between you and the urge of going over a bad habit. And if you use the right image at those hard moments where it's very hard to keep away from your bad habit, this image will help you tremendously. So in short, give your bad habit an image. Make it as disgusting as possible. Then drag it into the light and then look at it. It will break your bad habit without using any willpower, because this image will always remind you what is there to come. And this is 100 times worse than the alternative. I used this in the past and lost 110 pounds just using this method. So I can confidently say that this works. And it will work for you. Just trust it. Okay, I want to add one more thing. I want to clear out some misconceptions when it comes to breaking bad habits, like smoking, for example. A lot of people say that it is very hard to quit smoking. Everyone you ask tells you it is hard to quit smoking, yada yada. But if you really look into the biological effects of how smoking affects us and what happens if you don't smoke, the effects on the body, they are only like 12 to 18 hours. So after a very long sleep, the effects of smoking on your body is gone. And the psychological effects on smoking are not as bad as you may imagine. Scientific papers show that it is like a mild hunger, not more. And after like 7 to 10 days, this is gone for good. So why I'm actually telling you all of this? Because if you think that quitting smoking or any other bad habit is so difficult, because a lot of people say this, they tried to change that in the past and they failed and they want to feel bad about themselves. So it has to be very, very challenging and very, very hard. And if you think about that, if you were in the tobacco industry and you want to make sure that a lot of people stick to smoking, you would just say, yeah, it's really, really hard to quit. Almost nobody does it, right? Anyways, don't believe that. It's not true. You can quit with every bad habit. It's actually not that hard to do. And if you ever manage to do it, you will know that I'm 100% right here. You can do it. And you will if you try. Okay, let me know which image you pick and what bad habit do you actually have. Slam it in the comments or join our community Discord so we can discuss this further. I'm kind of curious about your story and your circumstances. The link is in the description. If you're interested in similar topics like losing weight, understanding relationships, or other life hacks, consider subscribing because I will upload a lot of videos with those topics in the future. Thank you so much for sticking until the end. I really appreciate that. I hope to see your bad habit-free self in the future video. Stay safe, everyone.